Today we're going to learn about speed word problem. Let's say we have a problem like this. At 8 a.m., Nancy left town A for town B, while Jane left town B for town A. At 4 p.m., their cars passed each other. 5 hours later, Jane reached town A, but Nancy was 240 miles away from town B. A. How long after they started will the two drivers pass each other? And B. Find the distance between the two towns. Now the problem states that at 8 a.m. Nancy left town A for town B, while Jane left town B for town A. So they started at 8 a.m. (8:00 a.m.) And they crossed paths at 4 p.m. So, this means that the time that it took from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is 8 hours. So the answer to question A, which is how long after they started will the two drivers pass each other, is in 8 hours the two drivers passed each other. Now let's draw the road from town A to town B. So let's say that this is town A, and this is the road that connects it to town B. Now we know Nancy left town A for town B, so Nancy left to go to town B, while Jane left town B for town A. So J for Jane, left to go towards town A. Now let's say that this is where they met. So it took Nancy 8 hours to get to here, and it took Jane 8 hours to get to there. So that means that together it took them both in total to get 8 hours to get from town A to town B together. Now, we know that 5 hours later, Jane reached town A, but Nancy was 240 miles away from town B. So let's say Nancy was here after 5 hours. So this is 240 miles. Now we know that together they traveled in 8 hours the distance from town A to town B. And together in 5 hours they traveled the distance from town A to this point. Because Jane traveled from here to town A in 5 hours, and Nancy traveled from here to here in 5 hours. So together in 5 hours, they could travel from town A to this part. So this means that that they could travel 240 miles in 8 minus 5 hours. So 240 miles in 3 hours. So 240 divided by 3, which is the distance over the time, is equal to 80 miles per hour. So together their speed was 80 miles per hour. So this means that Jane's speed plus Nancy's speed, J for Jane, S for speed, plus N for Nancy, S for speed, is equal to 80 miles per hour. And Jane's time plus Nancy's time to travel from A to B is 8 hours. So this means Now we need to find the distance between the two towns. Now we know that the distance between two towns, D for distance, B for between, TT for two towns, is equal to the speed times the time, which is equal to the speed, 80 miles per hour, times the time, 8 hours, is equal to 640 miles. So, this means, because the speed times the time, 80 times 8 is equal to 640 miles. So the answer to question B, which is find the distance between the two towns, is 640 miles. Answer to question A is 8 hours. Today we learned about speed word problem. Thank you for watching this video.